NFC North coming right back at us in front of our crowd.
14 games left in this season, and our focus is going to turn very quickly to Cleveland, the division game on the road.
Baltimore Ravens, one of several teams that may have overlooked their opponent week 3.
It's up, and it is good! Ball game! I-N-D-Y!
Tough one for us. Our chances to win the game, and it didn't happen for us.
Ravens are in Cleveland this week, facing a Browns team they definitely won't do that to.
The defense suffocating. Your quarterback, the best game he's had in a Cleveland Browns uniform. What a great win for the Browns.
Nothing to worry about here, Dog Pound. All those draft picks, all those bags of green, not wasted, especially if you get 2023 Week 3 Deshaun Watson in Week 4.
We have so much talent on that side of the ball. It's just fun to watch, and it's just a matter of when.
Watson's going to take the shot. Cooper, wide open, touchdown.
We're finding our stride, and we got to keep doing it.
Well, for that and much longer than Week 4, but let's not look past it. Watson finally heads into a game as a Brown with mojo on his side as a passer. 27 of 33, 289 yards, a couple TDs, no picks. Rating dial tuned in to 123.4. They play groovy jams on that station.
Watson throwing far side, it's caught. Just an exquisite pass from Watson.
Well, there's that beautiful ball down the field that Deshaun Watson is known for.
How likely is it that Watson keeps it going? Ravens secondary has not been easy on any of the quarterbacks it's faced. CJ Stroud in Week 1, who has looked great since then. Joe Burrow Week 2, and then last week Gardner Minshew held him to 5.2 yards per attempt and a low 80s rating.
Minshew threw a beautiful ball, but Stevens came in with his right hand and knocked the ball free.
Baltimore decided the ballroom blitz was the best way to bother Uncle Rico. They blitzed him 51% of his pass attempts. That's really high. Baltimore safety Kyle Hamilton had 3 sacks last week.
Blitz pressure coming. Minshew hit, sack, back at the 45-yard line. The ball comes loose.
Watson, 9 sacks taken this year on blitzes. He took 3 last week, all on blitzes. His rating facing 5+ rushers dropped to 77.
Field, play fake to him. Watson is going to get swallowed up and sacked back at the 10. Roger McCreary on a corner blitz was there.
Cleveland's offense lived with it, though. Still won easy. When Baltimore doesn't get to him, their DBs have to track Amari Cooper first and foremost. 90 yards in Week 2, 110+ last week, and he scored.
First of all, what an incredible throw.
Catch, and the runner stepped out of bounds. First down.
Second of all, what an incredible catch.
Cleveland wide receiver DPJ is always a threat to hit big. 49 yards last week. Elijah Moore caught 9 balls in Week 3. 9 balls? 9 balls on 9 targets.
Hands it over to Moore. Oh, it's a little end around and a flea flicker back to Watson, who fires it back to Moore to the right side. He's got some space and some blockers.
Not a lot of yards, but chain mover at times. Running back Jerome Ford scored twice, once on a pass.
Watson looking down the left side. He's got a wide open Jerome Ford.
Ford didn't generate many rush yards, though. Browns ran for less than 100 yards as a team, so that phase of their offense is now in X-Factor land until further notice. Ravens faced 35 runs in Week 3, gave up 120 yards to Zach Moss, but they made him work at least. Patrick Queen and Roquan make them tough to gash.
Hands it off to Zach Moss, spins, nowhere to go, and it'll be taken down by Brent Urban for a loss of 1.
Ravens defense wasn't really to blame for their loss. And yes, Justin Tucker forgot what Tucker time means. But Baltimore's offense has work to do as well this week. Only 6 for 16 on 3rd down, turned it over twice, only scored twice.
We had plenty of opportunities to put the game away. Especially when our defense did a great job at stopping those guys, great field position. We didn't move the ball at all. That ticked me off.
Will Baltimore have Gus Edwards? Had over 50 rushing yards, 11 carries in Week 3.
Give it to Gus Edwards, right up the middle. He's got a big hole, spins his way across the midfield line. First down, Ravens.
Then leaves with a concussion. Don't ever apply for the Baltimore running back position, by the way. Ravens offense needs Gus or someone to take the focus off Lamar. He gave Baltimore 100+ yards on the ground, 2 scores.
Spread it out for Lamar to read, and he will step up and go inside the 5 to the goal line and in. Spread them out and then slice them up.
What kind of rush defense did the Browns have to offer up?
Yeah, our defense is playing lights out.
Cleveland hammered Tennessee's rush attack, though it's nothing like Baltimore's at all. But for the record, they turned Derek into Peasant Henry, held him to 1.8 a run.
Hands it off to Henry. He's swallowed up. Loss on the play as Myles Garrett is there.
Teams come in here and they say, don't let 95 wreck the game. And he continues to do it.
The best one-on-one or two-on-one, Myles Garrett versus Lamar Jackson and his left tackle. Garrett 3.5 sacks last week.
You're punishing guys. You're making a long day for them, whether it's physically or you're just beating them with hands and finesse.
Tannehill gets the snap from his own end zone. He is pressured and he gets dropped. You know who? Myles Garrett with yet another sack.
Baltimore left tackle Ronnie Stanley, a stud, didn't play last week, so wait and see on him. Jackson was sacked 4 times by the Colts.
Jackson in the pocket, feeling pressure, escapes left side, and he is going down. And Quiddy Pay was all over Jackson.
When he can throw, he hopes to have OBJ back. He missed last week. He loves throwing to rookie slot wide receiver Zay Flowers, 10 targets in week 3, almost 50 yards.
Lamar wants to throw. Fires it complete to midfield. Zay Flowers with his second catch of the day.
Tight end Mark Andrews only accounted for 35, but he's a Lamar fave.
Jackson in the gun, wants to throw on second and short, fires down the seam. He's got Andrews across midfield, and he's flipped off his feet at the Colt 46-yard line.
Brown's secondary they face has played every quarterback they've faced well. Joe Burrow, Kenny Pickett, then week 3 dominated Ryan Tannehill, only 104 yards, 4.2 per attempt, a low 60s rating.
Tannehill being pressured, looks deep down the right side. Ward with the great coverage, and it is incomplete.
These two teams are not fans of each other like Chang Wang and those dudes who wanted some late night grub. Let's see what you guys are all going with in the comments section, and remember, you can watch live games, NFL RedZone, NFL Network, and more on mobile on NFL Plus. That's what the script says, man. Let's go to the panel of 10.